been building in the food truck community for a few years prior to your arrival. And that may have begun to boil over as a result of the weekend. And some of the frustrations obviously are the intensively limited space, if you will, in downtown Providence that food trucks are allowed to operate in. You've also got, allegedly at least, a no-bid contract for the City of Providence Roger Williams Park for food truck participation there. The footprint, the way they were laid out, I've spoken to a number of food truck owners, they were very unhappy with how it was laid out. So you have a lot of frustration for a major economic driver in this city. What steps is the Smiley administration, now that you've gotten your footing after 8 or 9 months, what are you looking to pursue in the next few months or year in terms of open bidding, emphasizing less single individuals dictating the process? You know where I'm going.
Yeah, so we're very interested in the feedback from the food truck vendors from the festival and generally speaking their operations throughout the year. We do work with a partner who helped book and coordinate the food trucks, and I have heard the feedback also that at least some vendors don't feel like that vendor adequately represents their views, and so we're interested in both continuing to work with someone who can help coordinate this. We use partners in order to produce events like that, but from the individual food trucks themselves, who sometimes might feel like their feedback doesn't break through or represent the consensus view. And so the Department of Arts, Culture, and Tourism, who's the lead producer within my administration of the Eat Fest in particular, will be reaching out to the food truck vendors, the craft vendors, the artists, to hear what worked, what didn't work. The thought going in, which I think was the right intention, was that by having a singular destination for food, that festival goers would know where to go and would have a multitude of options. But if some food trucks feel otherwise, that it would have been better to have been spread out, to go find a destination where maybe there wasn't so much competition or otherwise, we'll hear that feedback and make adjustments accordingly. None of these changes are permanent. We listen to feedback in my administration and we try to make adjustments accordingly.
Two quick things. Number one, the cost of being a food truck at PVD Fest seemed high. And number two is there going to be an investigation into how the Roger Williams Park concession is arrived at. Is there going to be a more open bidding process? Issues like that, just when you're a small entrepreneur and you have a rough week like this, really hit home.
So the fee for the food trucks was collected not by the city but by this coordinating entity that helped cultivate and coordinate the food truck village. And that entity sets those fees. But I would imagine that will be a piece of feedback that vendors will be happy to share with us, and that might be some area in which we try to intervene in the future. With respect to the contract in Roger Williams Park for Food Truck Fridays, I'm not certain the details on when that was last bid and when it expires, but I'll be happy to look into it.
Thank you very much, Mayor.